Welcome back, Star Wars fans, to episode 154 of Reynolds Reviews. And on today's episode, we're going to take a look at this bad boy. Cue the match. Welcome back, everyone. Now, like I said in the intro, today we are going to take a look at the Kenner Star Wars toy guide produced by Gianni and Greg from Red 5 Designs. Now, this was a Kickstarter project, something that I backed around November 2020, I think it was. And a few weeks ago, the book arrived. The guys have done fantastic. They've been fighting for 2 years through COVID, and they've now started getting this book out to everybody that backed it. I am very, very excited to get into the book. It was definitely worth the wait. The book is far too big to get through everything. So today I'm going to show you a few sections of the book, and I'm going to show you some of my personal favourite sections as well. So let's get to it. Okay, and here we go. So let's just start with the front cover, and immediately you are met with this lovely navy and gold dust cover, and just you get that sense of quality straight away. We've got all that lovely gold detailing around the edge. We've got the Red 5 Designs logo at the top, huge Kenner in gold. We've even got the original First 12 underneath, and just instantly it gives you a sense that this book is going to be something special. Okay, so let's open it up. Okay, so we are immediately met with this lovely logo again from the front cover, and instantly again you can feel the page is just super thick and real quality. And my instant fear was, when I opened this book flat, that it was going to put strain on the spine. I was really worried about creasing the spine, but it sits really nice. There is no pressure, or it seems like there's no pressure on the spine of the book. But what I will say is this is a book you need to put on a table. You cannot have this on your knee. It will be difficult to handle and just too heavy. So again, lovely image from the front cover, and look at that, Gianni and Greg have even signed it for me, which is a really nice touch. So of course we then get to the content, so immediately you can see, look at the amount is in this book. This book is probably the most in-depth and comprehensive Star Wars Kenner guide book you are ever likely to own. And I just love how it's all detailed there, everything that's in this book. And of course, at this side, we've even got those lovely oversized images, those zoomed in images of characters that we all know and love. And I believe Greg himself was responsible for most of the photography in this book, if not all of the photography, I believe. I mean, that is just a stunning image. And as we continue into the book, look, we've even got a little section on Gianni himself and Greg, and it explains a little bit about their backstory, how they came to love Star Wars as well, and just a little bit of information about our authors. I mean, what a lovely little touch. We've even got card backs, look, custom Star Wars card backs and action figures of Gianni and Greg, and I just think that's a really nice personal touch. And then as we get further in, we've got a brief history of Kenner, and a little bit about Kenner as a company, you know, where they came from, where they were based, and a little bit of information about them, other products that they made. And it's just, again, already, and we're only on, what, page 13, and instantly you get that feel that just the amount of information that is in this book. We've even got a timeline at the bottom of other toys that Kenner produced, and in what years. And again, just an unbelievable amount of information. Okay, and as we carry on into the book, so we're now into card fronts, and again, we've got another one of those huge, oversized and zoomed in images of the Death Star droid. And I mean, wow, what an image. And straight away, just gets me so excited to carry on into this book. And as we get further in now, we've got card fronts, so again, all the different waves and all the releases. So we've got Luke Skywalker there on each card, same with Leia, all the way through, and all the different card fronts that we saw back in the day. And again, everything is just so thorough. Look at that. So we're now on design templates. So again, it shows you the sort of transformation of the card backs. We've got a lovely 12 back there with the offer for the display stand at the bottom. And again, just shows you the evolution of the card backs and how they were designed. And then we've got a variety of card backs on the page over the other side. And again, just so much information, tells you which number each design was and how they came to be. I mean, you will not find a more in-depth guide. I mean, it covers everything. As we carry on into the book, we then get to the carded figure pages, and this goes through every single figure that was released on all the cards, and it even shows you how they would have appeared in the store. Got a little bit of information at this side as well, shows you the blaster, and even goes through the different variations, you know, if there were different colours, if there were different types of blaster. We've got a full 360 image of the figure there, and then on the other sides all the different card backs that you could find this figure on. And you may have seen this in other videos, but as you can see, there are certain card backs that are greyed out. Now if they're greyed out, that means they haven't been found in the wild yet. So if you were to come across one, like I said, Gianni and Greg have left no stone unturned. They've thought of everything, so they even provided us all with a set of stickers so that if you come across this card back, you can then put the corresponding sticker on the image. Personally, I don't think I will. I know a few other people that don't intend to as well, but I do know a few that will do it as well. But yeah, and this, again, is just so comprehensive. I mean, look at that. Look at all those card backs. And we've even got, I don't know if I get this on camera, we've even got a fold-out section there that's got an image of Ben and showing us his accessories. Again, a 360 view of the figure and a coin that you could get for him as well. Now, I did say I was going to show you some of my favourite sections of the book, and it will be no surprise that when I got to this page, I lingered a little bit longer on this page than I did some of the others. Again, got a full image of a carded Boba Fett, how we would have seen him on the shelf as a kid. 360 image, variation in colours of blasters, information, and then all the card backs available as well. And I mean, look at some of those card backs. They are stunning. But of course, I couldn't do this video without stopping on this page. And again, a huge favourite of mine, Luke Bespin. I mean, again, look how comprehensive this is, the amount of info. And what, again, is wonderful about this book is the images are actually, you see that? The images are full scale. They are actual size. How cool is that? And again, if I get a card back, look at that. Slips on perfectly. So again, it just gives you an idea of just how vast this book is and just the quality. I mean, all the images are full scale. So now we're on to Princess Leia in Bouche, and again we've got the same layout, which I just love. I love how consistent the book is. Again, we've got different variations, just explain the different variations in the rifle, but it also says underneath, more detailed variation in the armoury and accessories section. So again, it just shows you that it even goes into variations, not only of the figures, but the weapons as well. And again, personally, this helps me out massively, because the one thing, even though I've been collecting Star Wars for quite a while, the one thing I struggle with at times is variations. You know, just how many are there? And no matter how long I think you've been collecting Star Wars, I think there's always something new to learn. And this book has got all the things we need to know inside it. That is not an exaggeration. I know Gianni and Greg will probably be very humble about it, but my God, there is so much information, and I don't care how long you've been collecting Star Wars, this book will help you. Okay, and as I've just mentioned, look, we are now into variations. So it explains variations of Luke Skywalker, Wave A, and it just, look at all the information. It goes through hair colour, difference in eyebrows, difference in face sculpts, chin sculpts, boot colour, sabres. There is everything you need to know. So darker skin, pale skin, it is so thorough, it's unbelievable. We've even got Princess Leia and R2 there. All these variations in figures and weapons. Chewbacca, C-3PO, we've got Darth Vader. Now that's interesting, because I was never sure if there was any variants in Darth Vader. We've got Stormtrooper. I mean, just look at the amount of information in this book on all these figures. It really is quite stunning. And we've even got the legendary blue Snaggletooth in there as well. All about the dents in the toes, the comparison between red and blue Snaggletooth. There is everything in this book that you will need to know. Okay, and now we come to the section of proof cards, and it explains the Revenge of the Jedi card. So as you all know, Return of the Jedi was previously known as Revenge of the Jedi before it was changed. So we've got a few card backs with the Revenge of the Jedi logo on, and it even explains to us in the top corner why the name was changed. So it says Return of the Jedi was going to be called Revenge of the Jedi, and even appeared as this in the original teaser trailer. George Lucas decided that Revenge was not a trait of a Jedi and decided to change the word to Return. Again, just really interesting. Just the amount of info that is here is unbelievable. And just look at those lovely cards with Revenge of the Jedi on. Stunning. And continuing, this book even goes into the droids line. Look, I believe the Ewoks line is in here as well. Now again, I don't believe these lines were meant to be originally in this book, but if you actually talk to Gianni and Greg about the amount of extra information and content that has gone into this book since it was backed, if I'm honest, I think what we paid for it is an absolute steal. The amount of extra info and content that is in this book now, I think they could potentially charge double. If you were to buy this on the shelf in a shop, I think double the price of what we paid would not be unreasonable. There is just so much info in there. I mean, look at that Boba Fett again. Amazing image of Boba Fett on card in the droids line. And all this info as well. I've said it before, this book is just so comprehensive. It really is quite unbelievable. Showing other figures in the droids line, and we've even got the A-Wing pilot in the droids line, which I believe is quite expensive now. If you can get the A-Wing vehicle in a droids box as well, very expensive. As I said, yeah, we've got some Ewoks carded figures here. Again, all information that was never really meant to be in the book. Goes through all the figures. Again, actual size. And just looks amazing. Okay, and when we get to the back of the book, a lovely touch as well is Gianni and Greg have gone to the efforts to thank everybody that was involved in supporting the Kickstarter. So it explains there that it was a Kickstarter project. And then we've got a lovely section here just thanking people who supported the book and got heavily involved in promoting it. So we've got Andy and Josh at the Hollow Chronicles there. We've got Tim over at Bosk Bounty. And then, of course, we've got the good old USR boys at the bottom there, just thanking everybody for their involvement and support. And it even lists a few YouTubers as well. And I've got to say, I'm very, very proud to see my YouTube channel in this book. It's quite surreal, really, to see my name in this book and just to feel that I've been part of it and that I've contributed to this book existing. It really is quite special to me, that. And then if we look in the back again, I can see my name just there, and quite a few familiar names as well. Our Shabby is right underneath me, look. And this goes across all the different levels of backers. Now, I backed it on a Jedi Service Corp, which is the blue book, but you could back it at different levels. So we've got Jedi Knight, Master of the Order, and all these different levels would dictate whether you got a blue book, you could get a silver book, you could get a gold book. But then 25 people that helped promote this book significantly actually got their own black and red dust cover, which looks beautiful as well. So yeah, what an absolute pleasure to have this book in front of me. So there we go, everyone. I hope you enjoyed that. Don't forget to visit Red 5 Design's website. If you're interested in picking up a copy of this book, get in touch with Gianni and Greg. There is an email address on there to put you in touch with them. Register your interest. I believe if there is enough interest, there may be the possibility of a second run of the guidebook. So make sure you get in touch. But also, when you visit the website, make sure to check out the mini guidebook for your Kenner card backs. Now, that is a fantastic, comprehensive card back guide. And if you've got any Kenner card backs, it will help you identify which card back you've got. A really great little book. It's a handheld book, so you can carry it around. It really is a fantastic guidebook. I recommend picking one of those up as well. So there you go, everyone. I hope you enjoyed that. Now, as this is a special episode, I'm not going to play you out in my usual fashion. I'm going to play you out with some more stunning images from this amazing book. Enjoy, everybody, and I'll see you next time.